If you do not own a Mark II Oppressor yet and are wanting one, make sure to purchase it before April 27th. On the Newswire, Rockstar posted some important information about upcoming balance changes to GTA Online. I won't be reading the entire article, just the highlights, so if you want to check out the whole thing for yourself, I will have it linked in the description. The first thing they announced is that the new license plate creator is coming, and it will be available on desktop or mobile web browsers. So I think that's nice for people that didn't like the app, because the app was a little bit, not the best. But then, as we go down, they talk about how they're planning a few more changes soon and will continue to observe and balance the experience over time. Firstly, we will be updating prices for several current vehicles in GTA Online on April 27th to better reflect their value to players. Now, this is very important because I feel like a lot of people are well aware that some vehicles have just been useless and they cost way too much. So I think it's going to be nice that we'll have access to a few vehicles at a better price. But they also mention that conversely, some vehicles with outsized utility, performance, or powerful weaponry will see their prices increased, such as the Pegasus Oppressor Mk2. Then we have the full list right here. The Armored Boxville is getting cheaper. In my opinion, this new price will still be a little bit too expensive though. We got the Akula going up in price. Hopefully they add some more changes to it if it's going to be even more expensive, because currently the price didn't even fully justify it, so I'm not sure about this one. They increased the price of the Granger 3600 LX, which I guess is kind of understandable, but it isn't the best, like, Amani-Tech vehicle either, so I'm not too sure about that one. They increased the price of the Scramjet, and I think this one might actually be justified. It's not even by too much. I don't think anyone's going to get upset over it. The Dubachi Champion got its price increased as well, and I don't know why they changed the Champion and the 3600 LX, but not other Amani-Tech vehicles, but I guess it's whatever. The Champion had some features that other non-Amani-Tech enabled vehicles have, so I guess it makes sense to increase the price. The Chernobog got a massive decrease in price, and I think this is one of the best changes we've seen in a long time, because I just don't see anyone ever using the Chernobog, and I would love to play against more of it. The Deluxo has gone up in price, and especially after the Mark II got its missiles nerfed, but the Deluxo didn't, I think this price change makes sense. The Ruiner 2000 got its price decreased. I think this will be nice, having more people with the Ruiner 2000, although I don't think this will change too much because it's still kind of expensive. This is another good one. The Thruster got its price decreased as well. I definitely want to see more Thrusters out there. They're also a great counter to the Mark II Oppressor, so definitely wait if you've been wanting one. Wait till this change comes out. The Tula also goes down in price, but in my opinion, not quite enough. Like, they took like $1 million off of it, but it's still 4.1 million for the Tula. Like, that's crazy. The Tula is not useful enough to be justified at 4.1 million. Then we got the Stromberg also going down in price. I think that'll help more people have access to that as well. It's a pretty good vehicle, honestly. And then we got the Oppressor Mk1 going down in price. And I guess this will help people who still want some aspects of the Oppressor, but won't have money for the next change here, which is the Oppressor Mk2. This is going from 3.9 million all the way up to 8 million. That is more than double the old price. This is crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that, it is the best vehicle in the game. It helps with grinding, with PvP, with anything. But over double the price after all these years? I think really this is not going to help nerf it at all. I think it's actually going to just make the people who bought the Oppressor before this change just even stronger against newer players, because newer players are going to find themselves having a more difficult time getting their hands on one of these to counter the players who already have it. With that being said though, like I opened up this video with, if you guys want the Mark II Oppressor and don't want to have to pay 8 million for it, do make sure to purchase it before April 27th. Next up we got the Toreador going up in price. I think the Toreador is an amazing vehicle. It counters a lot of other vehicles too, such as the Mark II Oppressor. So I guess it going up in price makes sense. It's not the biggest price change either. Weaponized Ignis is going up in price. This one's kind of funny to me, but I mean, I guess go for it. Why not? But yeah, I think this is just gonna decentivize people into even using it. Not that I even see many people using it anyway. And lastly, we got the Bombushka, going down in price, but in my opinion, not nearly enough. Like, the Bombushka is just, it's too big, it's too slow to be viable, and changing the price by like 1.2 million or whatever they did, like it's not enough. It needs to be cheaper. It needs to be like under 3 million or something like that. And then they wrapped it up by saying, in response to your feedback, we are also evaluating potential future adjustments, including rebalancing certain aerial vehicles to help protect bystanders in free mode. We will share more details on this as well as other fine-tuning efforts and service updates soon. What exactly does that mean? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but they do talk about certain aerial vehicles. So it's probably either going to be like their way of subtly saying they're also going to nerf the Mark II again, which would just be crazy. This would be like stacks on stacks of nerfs onto it, which might just put it out of existence and people find an alternative, even though I'm not too sure what exactly would be a good alternative. They could be talking about the buzzard and the sparrow, the grinder's best friends when it comes to helicopters. Perhaps they're too easy to spawn in now or something. Or they could just be looking at jets. Either way, I think they're on the right track here with rebalancing things. I think for a long time the game has needed balance changes. I'm glad to see them taking an approach. I don't like how vague they're being, but it's Rockstar. They've always been vague, so I guess we'll find out more when it actually comes to it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to grab yourself a Mark II Oppressor before April 27th, and I will see you all next time. Peace!